Jan, do you need me
Okay.
to convey the science chat, or are you looking at it?
I'm looking at high pack.
Okay, so Guy says,
Yes.
go up or down till you find another cliff.
Okay. I'm thinking when we get done, we'll crab across that contour line that is right at the stern of the vessel. Get away from that for a bit and then head up slope in there.
Okay, and then you said crab east facing south. So go up or down till you find another cliff, then crab east facing south.
Yeah, what I'm thinking, what I think I described, is crabbing east facing south and going upslope.
And see if there's another cliff up, basically upslope from our current location.
Abby, it looks like it from the modeling and from the contour lines.
Okay. So Jan, about halfway through this transect, when Samantha told us we were halfway, it seemed to transition into this soft. So
Yes.
how do you want to call this?
For you to
Yeah.
Okay. We've got a
I'll be quick about it. Okay.
Look like a
So
big
I'm gonna zip out in
needle
front.
brain. Yeah. Anyone else see that?
Samantha, are we
There's
done?
another one of those
we are
needle
done
blanks.
in 1 meter.
I've been.
Oh, less than 1 meter. We're done.
I've been 3 meters since you said
All
that.
right.
We're done. Sorry. We're done.
The transect's ended?
Yes.
All right.
Transect is ended.
Great. So now we're going to hold here for the tether, right?
That's
Just
correct.
for a second. I just want to take a look at it.
Okay. And Jan and
Okay.
Samantha, so Guy's saying find the cliff first, then crab over along the contour. That's his recommendation.
Oh, I had it the
you see
other
that,
way
Bob?
around.
Yeah.
So I think he wants us to go along the, the face of that cliff.
Let me
Assuming
do a
there's
little
another one
bookkeeping
ahead.
here. So we finished our transect, right? So
The
we
weight
correct.
looks okay.
That's correct.
mark that in the
obviously-
data log.
Target was dropped.
Well, I'm gonna drive it. Try and keep that in view, and I'll drive ahead.
Yeah.
So we just finished our 8th transect during our first dive in Pioneer Canyon. We're using these transects to count or quantify the types of large animals that we see, the ones that are visible as we go over the seafloor at a steady rate and height with the lasers on, and that can be used to both count and size the animals that we see. So, Jen, what are you thinking as far as classification of this transect?
It's just a lazy loop.
I'm gonna leave it in mix for now.
It doesn't look fabulous,
let the analysts
but I think
worry about it, because we were going at a pretty nice, slow, steady
I think I can
pace
get
even
that.
before
Yeah, that looks great.
this.
That looks good.
So the analyst could probably
So it's still
piece
possible
that
that there's a
part
wrap.
before we actually mark the beginning.
I'll back
of a
up again.
transect
See if
as a
it
trans-
see
as
if it
part of that
flops back
transect
over.
of mixed.
Yeah.
Okay, backing up.
Oh, I gotta come up a little bit. Coming back.
As long as we can see everything, it's okay. It's if you're down low and the float comes up at you,
Yeah.
that's not good. But when you're stretched out, it's okay to be down low.
Yeah.
But yeah, now as I'm backing up, you want to come up.
Yeah.
And then I'll just hold here and you come up and see if it Looks floppy.
Sorry.
I think it was just a lazy loop, so it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got some
So we good on
wigglies
the
in
tether?
it. That,
Yeah, it's got one right after the football and one right there in the middle.
yeah. I think it's okay. It's, you know, over time it gets some squigglies in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm
All right.
happy with it. Okay,
Okay,
moving on.
moving on. Science.
Okay, hold on.
We
Yes.
have a temporary target just dropped here on a contour line. Do we want to move along it east, or do we want to move south where the ship currently is and continue upslope?
Yeah, perfect question. And I just got some input
Straight,
on that from
probably
Guy.
a straight
Jan,
southeast direction of the stern of the vessel.
well, so Jan, can I just tell you what Guy just wrote?
Yeah.
He said, you know, it is steepest along the contour we are on now if we just follow it east.
Okay. Guy's the guy.
So I think
Shark.
that would
Contact
take us
guy.
right towards the target that you dropped, Samantha.
Okay, so we'll head directly east then.
Ooh, is that a cat shark going by?
I think it's a cat shark, yeah.
Oh,
Or
yes.
some kind of shark.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah, cat shark.
Not really holding still though.
All right, pilots, our new heading will be 90
Raj, you want to zoom in on him real quick there, Al?
bridge nav.
And Tom Leidig is back. Tom, we got this cat shark just for you.
He's not cooperating. Ready to go back in? Tilt up. Good shot.
Tom says thanks. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
zoom out. .090, you say?
So many of these deep sea fishes look like they're perfect decorations for Halloween coming up. Yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen, but Mbari, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, has some great videos on
Oops.
YouTube, and one of them is specifically about spooky animals for Halloween.
I didn't see that.
Pilots were crabbing along this line here, the contour line. Looks like there might be a little bit of slope on our starboard side.
Yeah, roger that.
So Guy is saying contour heading is more east-northeast.
Okay, are we looking at the contour then above where the current target is?
I'm waiting.
Currently stern of the ship to the target is directly east.
Okay. I think it's still the contour that that you have the target on. That's my understanding. And it could be there's a little delay or.
So I think, apologies if there's a lot of noise. There's people outside. But I think he means east-northeast from the stern of the vessel where it is now. Is that correct? So if you were to look at the back of the boat as a clock, the center of a clock, it'd be like 4:30-ish.
Right now the stern of the ship to the target, the temporary target that we dropped, is directly east. So perhaps we're talking about a different contour line?
I think we just go over to the target and see what's there and then decide.
Roger.
Zero 090? Is that it to the target?
Yep, 090.
Roger. Still looking okay.
Yeah.
What's that white
Wanna zoom
blob
in
in the
quick
middle of the
there?
screen? Yeah, what is that?
Sponge.
Ah, wait,
Yeah, I see that.
is that the branched
Oh, it's a
Pharea?
sponge. Yeah.
Because the branched Pharea is on our list.
Should we stop the
Not
ship?
sure if that's a
Yes.
Is there any more
stop the
zoom? Can we get
sponge.
him tighter?
Do we want to stop the ship?
Yes,
Yeah,
stop the ship,
Meredith
Copy
please.
thinks that is the branched Pharea. Let's stop.
It's kind of odd that it'd be sitting right in the sediment, though.
Yeah. Well, and in the photo we have, it's more upright. I wonder if could it be broken?
It looks really fragile. Wondering
Yeah, it does.
what
Wait,
what the best way to
It's like a
Erica
soggy
Burton's wondering
doily.
if they.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing that popped into
is-
my mind was could be an egg case, but it sounds like Fareed.
Oh.
Is that
Well,
full in now?
Erica-
I can get up closer maybe.
That is the end of my legs.
Yeah, Erica
Okay.
said new to branch egg cases maybe as well.
Ooh,
So
yeah, it's a tough call, right?
Do you want to get closer
is
to
that
it?
as far in?
Yeah, I
Is
can.
that as
We can
far
zoom
in
all the way
of a
out.
zoom?
I'll get closer to it.
oh, now we've got another proposal of gastropod eggs.
There's
Bathythembics?
gastropod around there.
I still like soggy Doyle.
You still like what?
Soggy Doyle.
Soggy doily.
Doily.
Sometimes we have to get creative with our descriptions here.
Well, we had some old china, and now I think of doilies as going with kind of old china. So we're on theme.
A very Victorian deep sea day.
I can only imagine what's next.
Okay, Al, zoom away.
Going in.
Sure looking a lot more eggy now.
Yeah, it sure is, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a gastropod to the left side
Oh.
there.
Yeah, they're hanging out around there.
Gorgeous.
I have a little more lens if you like it.
Oh, wow.
Give it all she's got.
Beautiful.
Oh, no, I lied. That is the end of my
Oh,
lens.
that's very pretty.
I guess.
Lacy.
Yeah,
Is the
You got
monitor
some-
vibrating, or is that?
that's from the thrust of the vehicle. I'll try and back it down some.
Oh, wow.
There you go. That's all you get.
That's stunning. Barely held together. Looks like.
Nice. Oh, good.
Wow.
Screen grabs here.
Yeah, you can see the foot of the gastropod to the left side, I think. So it's definitely live. I don't know if that's the exact one that laid the eggs, but it might seem plausible.
Where's the nudibranch?
Looks a lot more likely now.
Is that mama there? Yeah.
So those are eggs. Or an egg.
Oh my goodness, it's not a nudibranch. It is a snail. It took me the longest time to figure that out.
Iris up for that snail. Or that critter.
Is that an anemone right next to the snail's head? The little one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Oops.
And then, what do you call the little sea pig thing? On the top of the shell?
The pink thing up top.
Oh,
Orangey pink
yeah, that
thing
looks
up-
like an anemone.
yeah.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was a sea pig. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That was an interesting something that just floated
Yeah, it
by.
looks like one of those anemones that attaches onto a shell of an animal. Kind of hitches a ride.
Oh, wow. That's two of them then. Oh, there. Okay, now you can really see
Oh.
it.
Should we zoom out a little bit and try and get the whole mass?
Is that right, Bob?
Zoom out.
The
Cool. All
snail?
right, we got good captures.
Did we get any with lasers just in case we need to measure?
Yeah,
Measurement?
lasers on.
I'll zoom out to
So
get
they're on.
lasers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
So we have Crispin Little
Hey, zoom out.
saying that the eggs look like nudibranch eggs, and the snails are bathythymbics.
So we get on that?
Yeah, I think so. Jan?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we'll continue
Moving
moving.
on.
We've got
Very
15
nice.
meters to our first temporary target.
So
Bridge nav. Right. Ship move will be starting shortly. Umbalula.
Who?
Umbalula.
Oh.
Whenever you're feeling a little sleepy, just say,
Umbalula. I just realized I had a bridge latch for that.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Erica
George.
was Erica was saying earlier about how they're iridescent, and they become iridescent when they're as a defense mechanism, and they're being harassed.
Do they also fluoresce?
Maybe it's fluorescent.
Oh, okay. Bioluminescent.
So they're actually generating the light themselves in response to disturbance.
Oh, those things that drifted
Not
by.
reflecting or refracting.
Actually, quite a few of the corals are bioluminescent, it turns
You
out.
zoom in now?
Larvation snot house, perhaps?
mucus.
Sorry, mucus
Mucus.
net. I prefer snot house.
Gotta take a look at that. Okay, zoom out.
There was something really
Mucus is
interesting that,
important too.
yeah. There was something interesting that floated by while we were zoomed in on the eggs.
Yeah.
That was almost a perfect sphere with kind of spines coming out of it, and it looked like the only thing I could think of was like a giant diatom, but that's not what it was, so not sure what it was.
Did it look mucusy?
No.
Could have been like a radiolarian or something like
Can they
that.
get that big? I mean, it was
How big was it?
maybe
No, that maybe
6,
not.
7 centimeters, yeah.
I know that was too big.
We were zoomed in pretty tight, though.
That's true, and we
Yeah.
didn't have lasers at that point. Okay,
Yeah.
it could have been.
Tether looks okay.
Look at that happy
So
tether.
we
That's
are looking
all right.
Yeah.
for some more of the flat Ferraria.
Look good. It looks okay.
Yeah.
Cordelli.
Yeah.
That Henry
Not
Weiswig
smooth as butter, but it's,
identified as a new species before he passed, and it came from Box Canyon
sort of
in
getting the old garden
Coil
hose
Bank
look about
National
it.
Sanctuary.
I think Foray is a really beautiful.
It's had a hard
stone.
life, though.
Yeah.
Last cruise it was a hard life.
Science team,
Yeah,
we
one of the Ferreiras,
reached our target here.
USS
So
Independence.
do we want to continue along the contour line or continue upslope?
Is this one of the new tethers that we made in San
Yeah,
Pedro?
but it got hard over, and they got trapped in a fish trap.
Hey, Bob, can we zoom on this thing right here in the, I think that might be our nudibranch.
Yep. Zoom in now.
And then,
Wondering if that's a,
so Jan, what are you thinking? Upslope or along the isobath?
You're talking about
Yeah.
mid-screen thingy?
that
Yeah.
thing or
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there. That's a nudibranch.
Mm-hmm.
You got more zoomage there, Al? Come on.
You got the
Cooperate.
tiltage and panage, I got the zoomage.
Okay.
Guys, so steeper if we go along contour.
It could be one of the candidates that produced that egg mass, I guess. Okay, I got some captures of that.
Hey, we good? Did you get it with the lasers?
I didn't get with the lasers
Zoom out.
as you pull out.
Oh, not so far.
Sorry about that.
Got it?
Got it, got it.
All right.
All right, science. Did I hear along the contour?
Okay,
Zoom out.
so Jan, Guy is suggesting east-northeast from here.
Making a mess.
Following the contour. Jan, I'm not hearing you, Jan. Are you on mute? Okay, yes. Jan says yes, east-northeast from here along the contour. We have consensus.
Perfect. Okay, I've dropped another temporary target there along this contour. Does that look good?
I'm looking. Sorry, there's so much noise going on outside. I keep silencing my mic.
Well, we can't hear it. At least I can't.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, nothing here
I'll
on the
just
ship
leave
either.
it open then.
So we still
Yeah,
going
okay,
090?
just let me know if it
Is that
bothers
the
you.
plan?
Stand by.
Okay.
Okay. Standing.
Yes, we got a good from Guy. Does that look good to you, Jan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty. We've got 070, Bob.
070. That's like sort of downslopey.
Science team.
Is it
I don't
Is it
like that
possible-
heading. You have to go with that heading? That's a bad heading. Saying.
is it possible to rotate the camera on the ROV or the ROV itself and crab across, kind of
Yeah,
go from
we could do that.
that way we're not looking down into the deep
Yeah.
for a third of the frame.
Okay.
Okay, do we want to head kind of directly east then from the stern of the ship?
Well, I'm just going to face the slope and crab the 071.
Okay, so 070 is okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll just crab it.
affirmative.
All right.
Bridge enough.
Get crabby.
So Chris in Little is contributing an ID on the nudibranch as Tritonia diomedia.
Come down a little bit.
Diomedea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. We have collected some from Pioneer Canyon. There's specimens at Cal Academy of Sciences in San Francisco and at Harvard.
You want to zoom in while we're waiting here, Al?
Look at that little sea star.
Want to go in on the sea star?
Can you pan
Oh, I
to
was
the
just-
right there? Is that a
So-
tiny little? Oh,
Where?
what is that sticking out of the mud?
Bob, I'm zooming in. To the right of the lasers.
What are we looking
Right
at?
next to that snail.
Right there.
It's like a small sea pen.
Oh.
Or maybe even missing the top half of it. Or top
Oh,
polyps.
maybe. I think it's been predated and it only has its little center stalk left.
Do these
With the
snails
polyps
eat sea
down
pens?
at the bottom.
Somebody was dining on it. Yeah.
There's a little,
Oh, yeah.
potentially a
Look at
nudibranch
that.
to the base, to the left of the base. Do they eat sea pens?
Is that all the zoom we got?
I think I got a little.
Yeah, snails, nudibranchs, they'll eat sea pens, the polyps off of corals. Oh, and Meredith has confirmed that. Oh, that's a nice photo.
Little.
Can we get the base a little bit lower in the frame? Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, see that you can really see where it's lost all of its polyps.
Now, can they regenerate that tissue that's lost?
I do not know.
Okay.
So Meredith says it looks
Yeah,
like
got captures.
funiculina. You can see the crown of spines around each polyp.
Are we good on this one?
Yeah.
Zoom out.
So Chad's been doing a little more research on our ironstone china and sent me some info here. And that top of the kind of I guess you call it a stamp or whatever that we saw on it, that had underneath it might say Bishop and Powell. And if that's the case, that would put the company only used their two names between 1867 and 1877. So if that's correct, then that would be the time period for the production date of that piece of ironstone. It doesn't mean that's when it was lost in the sanctuary, of course.
You wanna?
Oh, here's an interesting tip from Nicole about our V-Link issues. To remember to log out of V-Link after you're done using it. Do not simply close the app or you will lock someone else with
Wanna
the
zoom in
same
again now?
username
They're just
out of
anemones.
using
So.
it.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right. Nobody's.
They don't get no love.
Who? Anemones?
Yeah.
They get love when they're on China. Just have to find an interesting substrate.
That makes them fancy anemones.
What's that in the bottom? Oh, that's probably just another one of the umbula.
Umbelula.
I can't say it. I just,
Wanna zoom in
it's
now?
I'm just gonna call it
That works. Umbelula, common name.
It's
That's right.
There we go.
Nice view of the innards.
Funiculina.
All right, good captures on that.
So,
Nice shadow effect there too.
And Steve,
So,
you're sure those
Jan-
captures
Oh,
are focused
yeah.
well, right?
Yeah,
Very
I got
good.
the focused ones. Yep.
Nice.
Oh, you
So-
wanna turn the lasers off for a second?
Jan,
Yes.
the C-pen that we were zoomed in on that had the missing polyps, some folks in the science chat are thinking it's a funiculina, possibly quadrangularis, which
Okay,
I
zoom
do
out.
see on the collection list, line 56, and you have a notation Pioneer on there. I'm just bringing that
Yes,
to your
I was
attention.
thinking of, because they're pretty common throughout this area, and I want to have it collected for aging. So if we can find one tomorrow or
Okay.
later tonight in the southern portion, that way, because I believe it just needs to be frozen or refrigerated. I'll have to check, or Steve can check the instructions on aging. But yes, but I was thinking tomorrow, just in case.
Okay.
It's kind of low on the list because I don't really have anyone that can age this type of C-pin for right now. Nancy Prouty was going to try and give it a try.
Okay.
And so is Karina Fish from Bodega Marine Lab.
Science, do we want to continue crabbing along this line to the east?
I'm checking. Yes, I would say so.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it should be pretty steep all through here. If you could crab a little
Zoom in
sideways.
now.
Oh, there's a couple more of those nudibranchs.
Yeah.
Give this one some love.
Big guilty.
Oh, look, there's two. Two different anemones.
The
There's
latest
a
word
pecan in the
from
bottom
Guy
there.
is to go along the contour till you
Coming
get to
out?
the high back
Yeah,
scatter.
zoom out.
Pilots, we're doing 082, so a little more upslope for you.
Raj.
Thanks, Justin, for relaying that. I think that's what we're doing.
Would you like the speed, Jan, or you want to go faster? What do you get there over to
So
that
what
high
is
back?
what
Zoom
is
in
it? We
quick there.
keep stopping and looking at cool things. So I think it's a pretty good speed. We have until probably close to
Okay, zoom out.
10:30, 11 o'clock tonight.
Okay.
And we have a lot of steep terrain coming up. We just need to find some non-silty steep terrain.
Mm-hmm. Another hagfish.
Is that true about 11 tonight?
What? Midnight. I don't know. Midnight tonight? Is that the plan?
The
Dive
board
again,
this
right?
morning said
On
it.
deck at midnight,
Yeah.
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 Or wait,
No,
diving again?
Uh,
I thought we're on deck at 8, diving in again at
Yeah.
midnight.
That's what I saw too.
That's, yeah.
Is that the plan?
That is correct, okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
So
I thought it
there's-
was on deck at midnight, but yes, this is the first dive, not the second one.
Yep. Feels like it. Been here a while, huh?
Yeah,
sure
we
what
want to
day it
dive
is,
again
yeah.
at midnight.
Okay, so that means we'd be leaving the seafloor around 7.
I think so.
Local
From
Yeah.
the
time?
step.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit earlier. It depends on the depth that we're at.
Mhm.
In a sense, it's going to be a little bit slower.
So do you still feel with that new end time that we have enough time to complete all the waypoints you'd like to?
I
To
think
get to?
so. I
Okay.
think so. I mean, I thought we picked out a really long line. And this eastern portion is supposedly, according to the models, hard, steep
How fast are we going?
area. So we could
0.3.
poke around and zigzag a little more.
We could. I guess she wants to bump up the jams. We could do that.
0.4.
Yeah.
Science, do we want to bump up to 0.4? Move a little faster over this?
No. Oh, yes. Yes, we can go a little faster over this.
Yeah.
I thought you meant bump it up as in.
No.
So,
We're
continue
trying to
along this contour.
speed things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Bridge nav. 0.4 knots, please. 0.4 knots, please.
Tiny little sea star over there. Just going out of the frame on the right.
You want to zoom in now?
No.
Got any more zoom? Different looking guy. Okay,
Coming out.
zoom out.
I just noticed we don't have the lasers on, Jan. Do you want those on by default?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Okay. So we were mentioning earlier that some of these sea pens and other deep sea corals can bioluminesce when they're disturbed. And one of the tools they used to study this was a paintbrush that they would have in the manipulator arm and just gently, because they don't want to damage them. So just gently kind of brush that along to see if they would bioluminesce in response. It's pretty interesting. There's some videos of that research out of MBARI, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, and a recent publication that just came out on that.
Cold in here today.
Got my vest?
Nah. Yeah. The cooties.
Hey. Offer you the vest off my chair.
That was harsh, Bob.
Not the jacket off my back, but the vest off, the extra vest.
I don't understand why you're cold. I feel fantastic.
You're wearing a scarf.
Yeah.
A hat.
Yeah. Where's the ski boots?
Yeah.
The electric socks.
Just don't plug them in here.
They've got batteries.
It's been a little discussion about that sea pen that was being nibbled on, the sort of corn on the cob chowed sea pen, and Kirsten was noticing that there was a little amphipod on the tip, and other
Yeah.
folks were saying, yeah, I noticed that too. Probably not the predator, but maybe cleaning up some damaged tissue.
So, Jan, is there some point where we're going to go upslope, or we're just going to follow this all the way around to 1E? Or is that F? I guess that's F. It's hard to see on the high path.
You cut out there. I think it was on my end. I can't. I saw the RTS flicker on and off. Can you repeat that?
I'm wondering a little, as we follow this contour around, I'm noticing that we're going to get into some higher backscatter area along this contour. At that point,
Zoom in now.
are we considering going upslope, or are we going to continue to follow it around all the way to 1F?
Let's see what it looks like.
Okay.
And make a decision. We do have enough time
Hey, zoom
to
out.
go around and then come back and then go up. Or go along this line and continue east for a little bit. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay.
We do only have one true hard substrate transect, and we want at least 2 more.
Okay.
We could probably piece together some of those ones where we first started seeing a lot of hardwood ghosts, but we kept stopping. But Caitlin works miracles with video data.
I've been appreciating seeing the hagfish whenever one goes by, and they're kind of wild. I know they are famous at the whale fall sites, but seeing them on their days off when they're having their slow metabolism and not needing to feed for a while is still really cool. I was reading that they have 4 different hearts and kind of a really simple or ancient circulatory system, and even though they don't really have any bones or lots of hard parts, there is one old, like 300 million year old fossil that
Wow.
was found, and it's pretty similar to a modern hagfish. They're pretty amazing.
I have only heard about how they can fill a bucket with mucus. I've not actually seen that in person. Have you had the pleasure of meeting one face to face?
I wish.
I've seen it
It's a
in this
dream.
area. Yeah, it's a kind of a nightmare of a cold or something like that. We were doing some in the early 90s. We were doing some trap fishing for sablefish for National Marine Fishery Service, and we got weathered out for about 2 or 3 days, and then we had to come back out, recover all the traps, and every one of those traps were just filled with mucus. And those are pretty large traps. Looks like somebody with a very, very bad cold.
Has anyone ever eaten hagfish?
Oh, I bet you they have.
Well, there is a commercial fishery in Monterey. There's one guy who's got a permit to collect hagfish and mostly exports them for textile use. Hagfish skin.
Right, the
gets used,
skin,
yeah.
right?
Mhm. But there's also a bit of research happening right now to see if the slime could be used to create a really high tensile fiber as well. It has the same kind of properties that like spider webs do, but even stronger. So the Navy actually is doing a lot of research into this as a potentially really flexible but very strong material.
What's the fish at the top of the screen there? Is that a sablefish?
Yeah, it looks like a sablefish to me.
That's the first one I've seen. Yeah. And then Crispin Little said that he heard you can fry and eat hagfish slime, a bit like
Oh.
egg whites.
Yep. Last time I was out actually on the ship around Halloween, my friend, I missed
Kind of hold still.
I missed a hagfish Halloween in which my friends did do exactly that.
Wow.
I'm zoom in
They're
now.
very chewy.
What's that thing?
Are they still your friends?
Yeah. I was bummed I missed it. Ooh, anemone.
I thought there was a terrible odor associated with that slime.
There's not. No, it's just very, very viscous. Kind of like egg white viscous. But,
Yeah,
but
I'd seen it.
with fibers, yeah.
All right.
Gian, as we go along this slope,
Not coming
do you
out.
want to try to do another transect or
Coming out all the way.
not? Seems like we're getting nice view and going a fairly constant pace.
Well, we have plenty of what I think would be mixed. I'd rather spend the time looking for hard
Okay.
substrate, poking around and finding some more steeply sloped hard substrate with some large corals.
And currently we're headed kind of straight towards the 1F and a little upslope. Do we want to head back down slope to follow this contour or continue kind of east as we're headed right now, crabbing?
Let's wait and see what we have in front of us when we get to a bit harder area.
Copy that.
Erica Burton chimed in and said, yeah, that looks like a sablefish that we saw earlier. Thank you, Erica.
It's the first one I've seen. They may have seen them over the course of the evening while I was not on watch.
They're sensitive. Once they hear the hagfish getting all the attention, they're like, it's not just about you. I mean, it's pretty cool that you get so slimy that you have to turn yourself into a knot and scrape your own slime off yourself by unworking that knot. You know, but at some point, like, okay.
At some point it gets old. So Bob, when you're crabbing across, or when we're crabbing across, the ship's moving directly east, but you have the vehicles turned towards the slope. Is that correct?
Well, he's looking at me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I'm just.
You're kind of turned.
I'm sort of
Yeah.
right angle to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where the ship is. Okay.
Yeah. So, not quite, 'cause I want to be able to sort of see better out that corner.
Yeah.
So, we're not totally right angles.
Copy that.
Sort of free form there.
Freestyle.
Well, all these red
Yeah.
and white. All the red and white fish we're seeing are
Okay to grab
thorny
bubble for a
heads.
second.
We have both short spine and long spine thorny heads here in Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary. And to identify them, at least for me, I'd have to see them closer, but maybe Erica or Tom or someone or Kirsten are better at telling them apart at distance.
It's helpful if you can see their spines.
Do you see we've got a star at the top there? Is that a Are we too deep for
She's
rock?
an ace. You gonna zoom in now? What's that thing?
What's that little star in the middle there? If we have time to zoom in.
It's a different kind of fish that we haven't seen yet. Maybe.
Well, so Tom was saying that the juvenile thorny heads are darker in color until they get larger than 7 centimeters. They start to be the colors that we've been seeing, which is more the white and red. So this must be a younger thorny head, and then the only definitive way to tell apart the two species is to look at the third dorsal spine. So the fin that runs down their back, if you start at the head and counted spines, you look at the third one, and if it's much longer,
You got more zoom
that's
there
the
now?
long spine.
And Tom's weighing in here with a long spine thorny head. I think you can see that
Here?
that third spine is longer.
Okay. All right. So we're hearing it could be the multi-armed sea star that we saw a little while ago. I don't know if it's also this one. It could be a solaster species. And then I think there's some discussion going on, Sam, about the next direction movement. So we'll just wait till Jan and Guy confer on that. I think we can.
So we're almost
zoom
ready
back
for
in.
a shift change, right?
Oh,
Mhm.
sorry, that's correct. I was on mute. We are also doing a watch change right now, so we will stand by for your direction, but Rennie will be in the navigator seat in just a moment.
Okay, so if Guy can consult the the IPAC.
Sure thing. Let me get
and
us
Ray
back to
can-
where we were. All right, so back to where we are. 1F is down here in the bottom right. And we will await your direction on whether we want to follow along the contour or head upslope.
Well, I'm going to ask this to Guy. I was thinking that we would drop down to the previous contour and still crab around that contour over to 1F.
Copy that. I'm going to drop, and is this the contour that's below the ship right now, or kind of in the middle of where the ship is?
Hold on a second, I've got to get it back up. It's the contour that is near the bow of the ship. Is
Near
that
the
correct, Guy? Go up one. That contour. I believe so. Guy, is that the contour? Or do you want one